Hello YouTube, the Gun Nut here. Today I'm doing a short review of the Springfield XD9. This is not the newest gun out there by any means. The XD9's been out there for quite some time. This is 2015. A lot of other newer renditions, even in the Springfield line as far as striker-fired pistols. The reason I'm doing this review is because I recently rediscovered this gun for myself. I was at the range this weekend, and this was the last gun I shot during the range trip. I had brought along my Smith & Wesson Shield and my Glock 27, and to be honest, I was not shooting either one of those guns too well this past weekend. So instead, at the end of the day, I decided, well, I brought the Springfield along. I wasn't sure if I was going to shoot it, but I went ahead and loaded it up and just put 25 rounds through it kind of quickly, and I'll show you the results. Well, I'm out here running the Springfield XD9 here today. Running some Fiocchi 115 grain right now. So this is the XD with the Fiocchi 115 grain. The two shots to the left were fired in my previous string when I was shooting at the XD for the first time here in a while. All I can say is I'm shooting a lot better with the XD than I was with the Shield today or the Glock 27. Over to the right here is some of my shooting with the Shield, kind of all over the place. I started to settle down after a little bit. Okay, we'll start out with 5 to the heart region again, or the center, with the XD. Yeah, I pulled that one. Wow, I like the way this thing's shooting. Shooting a lot better than I usually do. I'm going to get cocky and try 5 to the head since I'm shooting pretty well with the XD today, for me anyways. See if we can keep it up. Alright, so I went with 5 to the head, and I got 3 pretty nice ones, and then I pulled 2 of them, one here, one here. But when I put 5 more into the chest, I only had 1 pull, so the chest area is looking pretty good. You know, I'd almost gotten rid of this gun. You know, it's kind of a little bit of a Glock craze. Got the Glock 27 and then the 19, so I was going to go ahead and replace my XD9 with a Glock. I blamed the Springfield for some of my poor shooting, when in reality, most of the poor shooting was my responsibility, not the Springfield's. So, anyways, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about this gun. Just a short review. Again, you can see that it is unloaded. It's all safety checked. Nothing in the mag. Go ahead and close the slide up. Most people are familiar with the features of this gun, so I'm not doing a feature review. I'm not doing a review about the specs. You know, you guys can go online and find those. This gun's been around for a long time. I purchased this gun, I think it was 2004, so I had it for about 11 years now, and it was my first semi-automatic. So that's, you know, kind of learning how to shoot a semi-auto. I had some revolvers before, but I usually would shoot those off a rest, more of a hunting type revolvers. I just realized now, you know, recently, that the reason this gun didn't work for me is because I didn't have enough experience, and I just didn't know how to shoot when I first got it. So not the gun's fault. I'm glad it worked out that I was able to retain it, at least for now. This gun is a house gun, or a nightstand gun for me. I think it fills that purpose very well. It does have the rail. I had a laser on it for a while. The laser's now on my Glock 19, but I am looking to pick up a light for this gun, and it'll either go back to my main nightstand gun, which right now the Glock 19 is up there, or it might become a secondary gun in the house on another level, so that I can get to it more quickly. When I got the Glock, I really liked the Glock triggers, but when I went back to this trigger this weekend, you know, I did like the way it was shooting for me. Although it has a lot of take up. That's what I found on the initially why I didn't like it. You know, it's very much just, you have take up here, but then you go back here, and I just found that trigger was working much better for me this weekend. That's actually not a bad trigger. As much as I was thinking that I liked the Glock better. And let's check the reset. Oops. Let's go ahead and... So it's right there. Reset's a little sloppy and not quite as audible as a Glock, but I gotta say that it's still audible, definitely. It's not as tactile. This would be the right term for it. I still have the stock sights on here. They're just your typical 3-dot sights. Everybody knows the Springfield has the grip safety. You might like it or not like it. Takedown's easy on this gun as well, as most people are familiar with. You know, you lock the slide back, get your mags out, you flip up the lever here, and you can take it down. I'm not going to repeat it because I think everybody probably pretty familiar with that. So this was a good rediscovery for me. I am happy that I still have it. The Freedom Munitions ammunition that I was using, for some reason, this gun, when I first racked around in the chamber, I had a problem. It could have been my issue, but I set the Freedom aside and just worked with the Fiocchi. And so I ran some Fiocchi 115 grain 9mm through it. No issues with the Fiocchi. And then I went back to the Freedom and I loaded just 5, and it worked fine. So the first one might have been my issue racking that round. It just wouldn't go in the chamber. Not had any other issues with it ammo-wise that I can remember in the years that I've owned it. Just the first time was with this Freedom Munitions. But overall, Springfield XD, you know, they're a good value. If you're looking for a first gun, I definitely recommend getting a full-size gun. You know, being able to get a full grip on that for your first gun, I think, is a good thing. You definitely, as a new shooter, want to make sure that you spend plenty of time with the trigger on the gun. Do a lot of dry fire, and then do a lot of range shooting as well. I appreciate you watching this short review and kind of my reminiscing and familiarizing myself with the Springfield XD. Thanks, YouTube.